question for any of the attorneys here on stage. So I did leave the US, but I didn't inform anyone pretty much in immigration or whatnot. I just left and I didn't get any stamp or whatnot. And when I go on the records on the I-94 website, I don't see record of it. And so I do want to make sure that pretty much immigration knows that I'm not there anymore, if it makes sense, because I don't want to accumulate any out of status since I'm not there. So I just wanted to ask if I need to do something, and if so, how to do that.
Cynthia, Tripp.
Tripp, do you want to answer? I mean, I would just normally I would say also just any documentary proof, your flight information, your ticket, those are proofs. But I don't know, Tripp, if she should also try to reach
Cynthia,
out to
could
them.
you just repeat the question? I apologize. Could you repeat the question again?
So, sorry.
Sierra, tell us a little bit more. So you were in the U.S.
Sure.
Cynthia,
give us a little bit of background. You were in the, if you mind sharing, or if you want to schedule a consult. It sounds like you found a lawyer, but at least either repeat the question or just add to it a little bit so we can get you an answer.
Absolutely. So I was in the US for a while. I did have an application, which I withdrew. And then I tried to fix it. It didn't work out. So I just decided on my own not to pursue anything. And out of frustration, pretty much, I just left to Europe. But I know how much it does matter when you accumulate out of status and whatnot. So since I'm not there anymore, um, I want to make sure that I'm not accumulating out of status since I'm not there. And I wanted to see if I need to, inform them of my departure or
So
anything
Sierra,
like that.
there's
Mm-hmm.
this thing called an I-94. It's a re-entry type
Yes.
situation. And what I would like you to do, if it's okay with you, give me a call. Like,
Sure.
let's talk about it. And let's handle this case. And let's handle it with the respect that it deserves. And let's get it done. All
Okay,
right?
we'll do, Hardam. Thank you. Yes.
So shoot me a text on my Instagram, and our firm will make sure that our paralegals will give you the complete support that you deserve. Okay?
Thank you kindly.
And ma'am, I see you're Polish and North African. That's certainly going to affect certain aspects of the case, and I think that's really cool. So let's handle it.
Thank you kindly.
Yes, ma'am. I'm about to follow you, Sierra. Let's go. Let's get it done.
Oh Lord, thanks, Tripp.
Yes, ma'am.
Sierra, did we answer your question?
Yes, so I'll definitely keep all those documents, just as Cynthia mentioned, and I'll definitely speak to the attorneys as well further to ensure that everything is done properly.
All right.
So thank you.
I've turned the hand raising. Thank you,
Sierra,
Sierra.
call me.
I've turned the hand raising back on. If there's anybody in the audience with another question, we do have a couple minutes left. Please go ahead and do so. Today we talked about the executive orders, Biden immigration bill. Let's summarize the proposed bill real quick. If no, I don't see anybody raising. Oh, Tracia did raise her hand. Tracia is on stage. But I do want the attorneys, Cynthia or Tripp, to just real quickly, Bianca, Obi, anybody can jump in. Let's talk about this proposed bill. 2 tips that we can give to our listening audience. Really, really kind of shotgun. Cynthia, let me start with you.
Okay, so generally the proposed bill calls for an immediate pathway for TPS holders, for DACA holders, for farm workers to get a residency, a green card. And then once they've had this green card for a set period of time, I believe it's 3 years, then they will be able to become U.S. citizens, apply for citizenship. Then there's a second category for undocumented individuals who can show that they've paid taxes. They don't have it a set amount of years. We're kind of thinking it's maybe 5 years or so, at minimum 5 years, but undocumented individuals who can show that they've paid their taxes, that they can pass a criminal screening background check, and I think there's going to be other factors in that, similar to what DACA and TPS are, in terms of uh, eligibility grounds. And so those individuals will then have a pathway to um, a work permit, and work authorization for a set amount of years. And then I believe it's 5. Can somebody correct me? Because I don't have my forms in front of me. Is it 5 years or 3 years for
5,
that?
5,
Okay.
5 years.
And then they'll have an opportunity to, once they have that time with their work authorization, to apply for a residency, a green card, and then be on their path to apply for citizenship after that. So that is the main part of that bill, but there's so much more under it. There's protections for workers and expansions of the U visa. Currently, the U visa is only offered to fiscally to 10,000, and they would up that to 30,000 individuals per fiscal year. There's also, oh my goodness, I'm like blanking because I don't have it in front of me. But yes, there's definitely, that is the general goal, is to try to legalize, try to get people on a path through work authorization first, and then a green card.
Thank you, Cynthia. And today we spent a lot of time on executive orders. I'll be back at 6 this evening, where the only thing I'll be talking about is the bill and what's proposed in the bill. So today was just, let's talk about those executive orders. Let's talk a little bit about the bill. We have been joined on stage by Tricia and Deshawn. As a reminder, we're asking everybody, as we're coming to the close of another Monday, follow the Immigration Law Academy. We're here every Monday at 11 a.m. We'll be back Wednesdays, where we have what we call Ask the Lawyer. That's when you get to, the floor is yours. You get to ask us anything. Fridays at 11 a.m. we do immigration stories. I feel like Fridays has become my favorite because we're just chit-chatting about all things immigration. On stage with me is Bianca, who will be hosting our 90-Day Fiancé series next Monday, the 15th. Mark those rooms, guys, so you can come in as the topic pertains to you. Cynthia and Christine will be doing crimmigration, criminal law, and immigration. Carol Williams, along with Hardem Tripathi, and I'm saying Aaron because I think Aaron is getting pulled into it. They're going to be focusing on business and employment here in the academy. Guys, thank you so much. I want to welcome Tricia to the stage. Tricia, state your name and ask your question of the panel, please.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Tricia Ford. And I just want to start off by just thanking everybody for their time and for giving me the opportunity to ask this question. I also want to comment on those who talked a little bit about the deportation of service members. I'm a Jamaican immigrant, and I did 20 years in the military, and I really appreciate the work on, preventing the deportation of immigrants. But my question is on behalf of someone else, and it's regarding the timelines for applying for citizenship. The person I'm asking for, they've been married for 3 years, and I think they've had their green card for about a year. And there was just some confusion on when they're able to apply for citizenship, because they didn't want to lose the fee if they applied prematurely. Are there any?
OB, you want to take that one? That's a quick answer. OB, who wants to take that question?
I can go ahead too.
Go ahead, Cynthia. All right, go ahead.
So typically, if a person, it also is going to depend on how many years they were married before they applied. So, just to make sure that they're covered, that they, when a person is married less than 2 years before they apply, before they're granted their green card, then there's a conditional residency. So they just want to be conscious that they have, either they want to know what, either they have a 2-year card or they have the 10-year card.
Yeah, so he has already gotten a 10-year card.
Okay, great. So then you don't have to worry about the conditional residency issue. So if the spouse is a U.S. born, citizen, then it's a 3-year, and they can generally start it at the 2-year, 9-month mark, I believe, that they can start the application process. But 3 years is for U.S. born spouse, and 5 years for any other green card holders. They must have their green cards for 5 years before applying
Okay,
for citizenship.
so 3 years being married, right, to a U.S. citizen. So he would technically be qualified now since they've been married for 3 years.
3 years as a green card holder. So the date that he was issued, they were issued the green card.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
Tricia, I just wanted to thank you for your service, fellow Yadi. And I also wanted to know if we were able to answer your question.
Yes, ma'am, absolutely. And thank you for your support as well.
Much respect, much respect. Deshaun, welcome to the stage. Please state your name and ask your question of the panel. And if you're on the panel and you don't get your question answered today, we're going to be back here on Wednesday at 11 a.m. where it's just Ask a Lawyer. We'll talk a little bit, but it's more so just asking a lawyer questions. Deshaun, welcome to the stage.
Good day, my name is Deshaun. Well, I'm just here looking for legal counsel, for my next steps, as far as what I need to go for as residency, green card, or whatever, or consultation. I am married to a U.S. citizen. We've been married for a year, and we do have a business. I'm just trying to see how to all unfold this, or like how it works and stuff like that. And employees.
So, Deshaun, this is Attorney Tripathi. How are you, sir?
I'm great, and you?
I'm doing very well. How about you? I'm glad that you asked that question. See, Attorney Winter specializes in this. She's really a specialist. Go to her. She's going to kill it for you.
Pardon me?
Trip is throwing me out there, Deshaun, because I love marriage-based green card. Bianca, I'm gonna steal Bianca's word. That's my jam.
Specializes in, like she. So, Deshaun, Attorney Winter is the specialist in this game. So I would recommend, this is not a platform where we give legal advice, at least from what I would do. I would.
Trip, we're losing you. All right, Trip, you're breaking up. You're breaking up. All right, we're sorry about that, but we're losing Attorney Tripathi. So, Deshaun, I'd love to assist you with talking to you about the process for the marriage-based green card, something that I'll be more than happy to do. Go ahead and send me a message in my Instagram, and we'll get you set up on a consult, and you and I could talk. Does that make sense?
Yeah, sure, no problem. I'm just looking for the general information and help, as far as what I need to do in place. Well, I was reading your profile, and those are the things that my narrative is pointing to, and I just follow you on Instagram as well, so I would definitely be shooting you that message.
Thank you, Deshaun. I'm glad we're able to.
Deshaun, Attorney Winter is going to do such an amazing job for you. I'm so proud that you have her as your attorney. That's amazing, man. I wish you the best with it. And Mr. Matt Myers, I know you're raising your hand.
Hello.
You are a investment and investment immigration lawyer.
Hold on one second, Trip. Trip, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Sorry, Deshaun, your mic is still on. Did you have another question?
Yes. I was asking how fast is the process, or how fast can I book an appointment?
You can. If I don't know what's on my calendar, but if you just go into my Instagram, I'll try to get you in. I haven't looked at my calendar yet, but that should not be a problem, Deshaun.
I'm going to head out shortly, but I just do head out.
Cynthia, any last words before you go? I know today.
Yeah,
was
I'm gonna stick around to Karina just because we're from the same hometown, so yes. So I'm going to stick around for Karina's question, and then I'll head out.
All right, let's wait.
I have
Karina,
to go, so I'm just going to hop off real quick because I have a consultation soon. But thank
Okay.
you so much for inviting me, and I will see you on Wednesday if I can hop in.
Thank you. Thanks,
Thanks,
guys.
Bianca.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So, Karina, go ahead. Well, Karina, welcome to the stage. Go ahead, introduce yourself, and let us know how we can assist you.
Hi, yes, my name is Karina, thank you. And I am from the 805, Cynthia, from Santa Maria.
805, love it.
Yes, 805, but I'm not living in the 805 right now. I'm living in the 760, and so that's in San Diego. I'm a community college counselor and also a coordinator for our Uprise program, Undocumented People Rise in Solidarity Empowerment. And
How many F1s and OPT are you getting?
What's that?
How many F1s and OPT are you getting? I have so many cases of students with community coordinators like you who are going through that. So let's talk about that.
Oh, a lot. But my, I'm more so working with students who are, they don't have anything right now. They're completely undocumented. And so, and I'm not a lawyer, so I'm a counselor. So I work with the students, but
very integral.
It is, right? And so I also do career counseling, and we have very limited legal assistance in a sense, and it's very much uniformed in their advice. But since tax season is coming, I am feeling like my students should apply for an I-10 for those that don't have DACA or are completely undocumented. And so I was wondering if you had any guidance on just preparation for the I-10, or has there been any challenges or difficulties? I also work with Immigrants Rising, which is another organization based out of San Francisco. And so we're kind of trying to figure it out and help our students go for this I-10. Is there any recommendations or anything we should be on the lookout for?
Yes, honestly, give me a call if you want to talk about that. I have a whole detailed plan with my paralegals to actually go over the I-10 process. But also a great resource for you before you do that. I'm very big on actually making sure you understand the process yourself. So there's this place called IRLC, the Immigration Resource Legal Center. And if you Google I-10 and IRLC, you're really going to have a great opportunity to learn, because at the end of the day, when you meet practitioners or lawyers, most of them are really great practitioners. But what you want to do is you kind of want to have a basis for where you stand, right? So you want to go on IRLC and type in I-10. And I actually did that myself sometimes, and you're really going to meet like people and resources that are going to help you understand the process. So by the time you actually meet the lawyer, you're going to be more knowledgeable. It's kind of like similar to meeting a doctor. If you have high blood sugar, you're going to meet a doctor and you're going to look up diabetes. You're going to Google it. And then there's going to be like this thing called Walter Reed, or, like all these centers, and you're going to learn. And I just really encourage you to look up the ILRC, okay? And look that up, and then give me a call, and let's work on it. Let's get it done, and let's win. Let's get the W. All right?
Thanks, Trip.
I love Trip's energy.
And message me on Instagram. This is what we do. This is what I am. Business and education and students and all that. Like, this is what we do. I'm Indian. I'm of Indian descent. Ultimately, this is what we do. Let's help you get that, and call me.
Excellent. I've read a lot on the I-10, and it just, I don't know if my mind is just not malleable to legal tax stuff. But what I'm also looking for is perhaps a workshop for our students to be facilitated.
I was going to suggest that. So I work a lot with, I'm sorry, I actually am from Santa Monica. I was reading your sign that said Mama came to Santa Monica. Is that what it said?
She did when she first came.
Yeah. So I was,
States.
yeah. So I was born in Santa Monica, and I do a lot of work with the community colleges here in this area, like Santa Monica and El Camino. So just a lot of the LA-based community colleges. I speak to a lot of the resource centers for the students, and I've done a lot of DACA clinics as well. So I'm also happy. I'm really glad Trip is offering his assistance. I'm also happy to do a Zoom webinar. I work with a lot of nonprofits, and currently I'm doing several pro bono DACA cases. So I would be more than happy to talk to you and then maybe coordinate a Zoom webinar type situation. Trip suggested a wonderful, wonderful organization called ILRC. So the Immigrant Legal Resource Center, ILRC. But I also just recently, last Monday, did a room here in Clubhouse for the Latino Financial Literacy Group. And we had the undocu asset building. So one of the speakers has a forum called Undocu Hustle, and she goes into that. It's an Undocu Hustle. I can connect you with her as well. She's been in several blogs about this and her experience, because she unfortunately did not qualify for DACA, but she is still doing her thing and rocking it. And so I would love to connect you with those resources. But I do have to go. I have a consult, but I'm so happy that you guys joined us. And please follow me and DM me on Instagram if you want.
Everyone should
follow
Yo, Cynthia, kill it, girl. Kill
Wait,
it. I
Cynthia,
love
don't
it.
leave yet. Wait. Everybody, please follow Cynthia before she leaves. Like, she has a ton of information. So, Cynthia, I know you have to go, but leave your profile up so I can have everybody in the room follow you. Today's room was Cynthia's passion child. She came up with the idea for today's room, did all the research, got us our executive orders at the top of the hour. So please take a minute, the next 6 to 6 seconds. All we're doing is following Cynthia. 60 seconds, and then we'll have to let Cynthia go, unfortunately. But Cynthia, I really want to say thank you for today.
No, my goodness, thank you. I'm doing my best as well. I have 3 small kids at home, so I'm always just having to shuffle around. But I truly appreciate the work you've done, Diani, with this academy, and that's why I'm so glad that I've met you here in Clubhouse. So
thank you, Cynthia.
Let's keep making this happen for our community.
Thank you so much, and I'm giving up. She gave us 2 hours today, guys. All right, we're wrapping up. All right, Cynthia, go ahead. Let's get over to, and Cynthia, we'll talk off guard. And Trip, I know you're driving, but we still have a couple attorneys here holding it down. Attorney Brittany, Leah, Obi, Aaron, Attorney Bahar. Any of the attorneys have anything to say? I'm going to try to get through the rest of individuals on stage so they can ask their question. If you're an attorney and you have to